Fiance cheated at the start of our relationship and hid it for 9 years. Some background info. I and my GF met at work 9 years ago. At the time we both were 21. It was honestly a perfect relationship, and up to this point, I had considered the same. Last year we both got engaged and decided to marry this year. The wedding is on the 21st of October. Present situation. Since we are about to be married, we have a lot of old friends and family visiting us. It was honestly all great. My fiancé's college best friend, Sanjal, also came. We were all having a good time, talking about the past, and then Sanjal asked me if my fiancé has told me about how she was doubtful at the start and continued to go out on dates and sleep with people even though we became exclusive to each other. I do get people to have doubts at the start of the relationship, but it is still cheating. My fiancé got defensive and told her friend to leave. Everything became weird very quickly because she was both crying and screaming, and it was all happening in front of her parents. After a while, when she was calm, I asked her what to do now. And at first, she tried to downplay it as it was nothing. I did tell her that this wedding is not happening in 2 weeks and we need time to sort things out. After this, she started apologizing and said it was the first 3 weeks when she cheated and that she didn't tell me because she thought it would end our relationship. I have thought about this a lot, and she cheating at the very start isn't my major problem, but that she lied about it for years and deceived me, I find that even more concerning, and now I wonder what else is she lying about. I don't think I can trust her anymore. Her parents told me that what she did was wrong, but all that is in the distant past, and if everything else is great, I should just forgive and go ahead with the wedding. I do understand their point, but I don't know what to do right now. I hate cheaters. Getting cheated and lied to is a horrible feeling. Trying to get some bird's-eye view of my situation right now. Should I just go ahead like people are suggesting me, or postpone the wedding, dump her? While it may be the past, you experienced this truth just now. No one gets to say or decide how you want to process your own emotions. Also think about this. If that friend had said anything, she would taken it to the grave. Stop everything, wedding and all. Can you go stay somewhere else for few days? You should post on our Surviving Infidelity. They will have much better advice and support for you. TBH, I'm the type of person that has zero tolerance for cheating, and if I were to find out, then I would leave right then and there. However, it happened 9 to 10 years ago. As far as we know, that was the only time. Usually when you first start dating someone, there's not that much of attachment with feelings involved. There is, but not heavily like years. You guys are still in the pre-trial stage, sort of speak, though yes, it was an official boyfriend and girlfriend title. I would take a week and think about what you want to do and be sure that's what you want. Go and buy her friend a drink. 'Cause you may have lost 9 years of your life, but her friend just saved you the rest of it. Postpone, at least I would dump. Yes, she cheated. Thank God for her friend. But hiding it and lying by omission for this long? I couldn't get over that. I hate how people say, it's in the distant past, get over it. That isn't real. When you find out about the betrayal, it's as if it is just happening now. I truly do not find people that willingly omit the truth because they're afraid of an unfavorable outcome as trustworthy. To me, I agree with you, Op. That is active lying for the entire relationship. To me, when someone does something that could be a deal breaker, and likely is, and hide it to avoid conflict, it takes the consent out of the relationship. To me, it takes away my choice to have evaluated the situation at the time and choose how I want it to work through it. I couldn't spend my future life with somebody who did that. Especially when it stirs up all the time I've wasted growing a relationship and life with somebody who actively deceived me. Flip side is you do premarital counseling, couples counseling, and work through it. You have to work through it yourself and decide if the life you've had for the last 9 years is worth forgiving the betrayal. At least you have the agency now to decide for yourself how you'd like to work through it. Holy shit, hold the phone, dude. I cannot believe everyone is telling you to end this. To be clear, 9 years ago, you met a girl and started dating. You had the exclusive talk and she kept seeing people for a couple weeks afterwards. Then shut things down. She wasn't sneaking around behind your back? She wasn't fucking anyone in your bed? She wasn't lying about where she was at or any of the other typical cheating stuff. She just kept doing what she had been doing for 3 weeks. 3 weeks is a minuscule amount of time in the grand scheme of things. How many dates could she have gone on? People she slept with. In 3 weeks? 1 a weekend? Maybe a Wednesday delight. 4 at most if she's a particularly horny woman 9 years ago? Look, I'm not saying it's not cheating. But on the grand hierarchy of cheating, dragging your feet a little on exclusivity at the beginning of the relationship is pretty low on the list. I opened this expecting like she had a whole separate relationship for the first year. Or you had been dating for a year and then she cheated. Not literally the very beginning of the relationship. She didn't tell you because nothing can be gained from it. Cheating is treated as a monolithic evil despite there being layers, and she knew there was no point in dragging up a relatively minor transgression. You already said if that's all it was you probably wouldn't care. If there were other problems, I would say reconsider. But you're upset about the lying and turning a relatively minor problem into a big one. If you're happy in your relationship, don't screw it over this. Edit. I just want to add that none of the posters here have any investment in your relationship. Making it, and every other post on here, a great moral staging ground for them. They don't have to throw away a 9-year relationship. They don't have to deal with the emotional, mental, and social fallout. They don't have to deal with you asking yourself for months on end if you made the right decision. Anyone who is offering scorched earth advice is not looking out for your best interest. Maybe the answer isn't to stay in the relationship. But if that is the only advice someone is giving, trust that they are not thinking about you, they are just trying to validate their own sense of moral superiority. Claiming it was the past as relevance because how she told you at the time she should have would have been fresh and you would have left then. You don't get to lie to someone for years and use time as an example for how far you came when your spouse deserve honesty from the start. Not only she cheated, she denied you the ability to make a decision on whatever you wanted to marry her or not. I made that decision for you by lying to your face about everything. Not telling you and having you find out years later by someone else makes it impossible for you to believe nothing's happened, and all these years what else she's lying about. Years of dishonesty just to pursue her own self-interest by as long as no one finds out it doesn't matter. I mean, this person had an experience early on in your relationship that was so strong it solidified her decision to spend the rest of her life with you. It's not been an active deceit to hurt you, but embarrassment and the knowledge of her true feelings for you. You guys should definitely talk about it. There's a lot of people jumping straight to attack her, though, and I don't think what's wholly fair. Y'all were only 21, and people don't always handle things right. Think about the rest of your time with her, and how she's been through then. Talk about trust, and ask if there's anything else you should know. See what kind of person she is in response, and then you'll know what you want. Good luck. I feel like she feels more bad about it coming out than the act itself, considering she tried downplaying it after the screaming and stuff, and with her parents saying she made a mistake early on without batting an eye tells me they knew. And I'm also guessing that your fiance told her friend that you knew about it, and he was just seeing if you actually knew anything about it. This friend blurted this thing out right before the wedding. In front of parents? Wow, what a dick move. Said it was the first 3 weeks when she cheated and that she didn't tell me because she thought it would end our relationship. If you extend her logic a bit more, you know she is likely rationalizing not telling you the complete truth because it would stop the marriage. At this point, I wouldn't even be confident of no infidelity during the relationship either. Honestly, I am giving a different perspective than most here. You guys were pretty young at the time. Maybe she was scared to tell you, but she stopped and never did it after you guys were serious. The fact that she is marrying you should show at least something of her commitment to you. Just another perspective. If you really love her and you can forgive and trust her. If you can't forgive and trust, then you should break up. Marriage is lifelong and children just had so much more to that. Of that as in your plans. I think I don't have the same POV as a lot of people in the thread. I think it was 9 years ago. And once time goes by it becomes more difficult to talk about it. You should do what feels good for you. But I think she wasn't constantly in a lying mode. But to be fair, for me her friend's action was clearly not nice. You can't just come over and say, aha, you know what she did 9 years ago? Because clearly this is messed up. And maybe your fiance hasn't had a good reaction, but please take note that she put it in the past and is clearly happy with you. And her friend putting it on the table is clearly not what she wanted. Plus, why did her friend only said this now? Take care. Do what's best for you. It's a horrible situation and I hope you can heal from it. Wow. It sounds like it was eating at the conscience of the friend and she wanted to get it out. Can you corroborate what the friend said with the truth your fiancé told? Respectfully tell your future in-laws to fuck off. Please make this decision carefully. Do you have close friends you can chat with? Call off the wedding and take some time apart to sort out everything. Go get professional help to work through everything, your emotions, so you can make a rational decision if you want to continue the relationship or not. The cheating does seem like a problem, lol. No to mention how she reacted when she got caught, lol. One lie is enough to question everything. I don't see how you could trust her again. Maybe if she was the one who told you. But she wasn't. Her old friend had to tell you. I wouldn't marry her. A guy comes forward and tells you the truth. She willingly hid it from you for 9 effing years because you might break up with her? How many times has she caked other guys and didn't tell you because you might break up with her? Trust is a wonderful, beautiful and very special feeling, second only to love. You can enjoy having someone's trust for years, even for eternity. You can lose all that trust you've been enjoying in a split second by making a poor choice. You will work for years and years to try to re-earn the trust you threw away, but that trust you regain will never be same as it was. You can never trust her completely again. She could wait 2 weeks to #k other guys to see if the two of you might make it. What happens when the two of you argue and she goes to a friend's house to think things through? Her facade is broken and now you know who she really is.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.